নমস্কার, নাগরিক বনে সবাইকে স্বাগত। রেপো রেট নিয়ে কী জানালো আরবিআই? রেপো রেটে বদল আনলো না রিজার্ভ ব্যাঙ্ক অফ ইন্ডিয়ার মুদ্রানীতি কমিটি। এর জেরে রিজার্ভ ব্যাঙ্কের রেপো রেট থাকলো 5.5%। 29 সেপ্টেম্বর থেকে বৈঠকে বসেছিল আরবিআইয়ের মুদ্রানীতি কমিটি। সেই বৈঠকের পর 1 অক্টোবর বুধবার রেপো রেট অপরিবর্তিত রাখার ঘোষণা করেছে আরবিআই। ফেব্রুয়ারি, এপ্রিল, জুনে 3 দফায় রেপো রেট 100 বেসিস পয়েন্ট কমেছে। এর জেরে তা 6.50% থেকে কমে 5.50% হয়েছে। এতে যারা লোন নিয়েছেন তাদের সুবিধা হবে বলে অর্থনৈতিক মহল জানাচ্ছে। তাহলে রেপো রেট কমে দাঁড়ালো 5.50 হয়েছে। ধন্যবাদ।
After a detailed assessment of the evolving macroeconomic conditions and the outlook, the MPC voted unanimously to keep the policy repo rate unchanged at 5.5%. Consequently, the STF rate remains at 5.25%, while the MSF rate and the bank rate remain at 5.75%. The MPC also decided to continue with a neutral stance. I shall now briefly set out the rationale for these decisions. The MPC observed that the overall inflation outlook has turned even more benign in the last few months due to a sharp decline in food prices and the rationalization of GST rates. The average headline inflation for this year has been consequently revised lower from 3.7%, which was projected in June, 3.1% in August, to now 2.6%. Headline inflation for Q4 this year and Q1 next year too have been revised downwards and are broadly aligned with the target despite unfavorable base effects. Core inflation for the year and Q1 next year is also expected to remain contained. The MPC also noted that growth outlook remains resilient, supported by domestic drivers, despite weak demand. It is likely to get further support from a favorable monsoon, lower inflation, monetary easing, and the salubrious impact of the recent GST reforms. However, growth continues to be below our aspirations. Even though the growth projection for the current financial year is now being revised upwards, the forward-looking projections for Q3 and beyond are expected to be slightly lower than projected earlier. This is primarily due to trade-related headwinds, despite being partially offset by the impetus provided by the recent GST reforms. Summarizing, the MPC concluded that there has been a significant moderation in inflation. Moreover, the prevailing global uncertainties and tariff-related developments are likely to decelerate growth in H2 this year and beyond. The current macroeconomic conditions and the outlook has opened up policy space for further supporting growth. However, the MPC noted that the impact of the front-loaded monetary policy actions and the recent fiscal measures is still playing out. The trade-related uncertainties are also unfolding.